All right, I want to do a quick it's a demonstration more than anything. I was working with Joe, and she mentioned that her lower back had been giving her little issues while we were lifting. So I started paying really close attention to her back and seeing what was going on. And I realized she was doing, she had a real common issue that we see in a lot of our average CrossFitters, just the everyday people that aren't lifting 200 and plus pounds, just in the Metcons, just in the workouts. They're lifting high reps, lighter weights, and they're usually doing it under fatigue conditions where they're not maybe able to stay as tight because they're breathing real hard. And this is something that you really need to pay attention to as you're lifting in those conditions, and even as you know, before your workout or during your strength work, when you're lifting to heavier weights and singles, heavy singles. So what I want you to pay attention to here is if you just look at her back. So to the left is an example of what she was doing before we figured out what was going on, and it's real simple. She just wasn't stabilizing her midline. She wasn't getting tight, and she wasn't trying to get her spine back into a neutral position. So on the left, you can see this real easily. She's got kind of that round back there. Now if you look over to the right, she has a nice straight back. She's craning her neck a little bit because she was actually looking at the ground before, and I told her to get her eyes up, and she might be overdoing that slightly. So I'd like to see a more neutral head position, but with her eyes still looking forward. So that's a good demonstration. And then if we go forward here, you can see as she gets to the top of the knees. Now on the right side, she's gotten a lot better power position. She's a little early up on the toes and some little technique issues in there, but she's really straight right here. She's really stable there. Where on the left side, you can still see this kind of soft position, and so she's not only putting her spine into a kind of an unstable position, and her back is kind of at jeopardy there, but she's also losing a lot of power. And even right here at the top of her pull, you can still see this kind of round position. And if we look over here on this side, she's actually getting into that really straight position, really nice, almost like a reverse C position. Over here, she's just barely getting straight. So she's finishing her pull a lot better just by getting her back a lot tighter. One of the main things lifters, really good high quality lifters and really experienced lifters will do and really focus on is staying really tight in the back. So right before they lift, it doesn't matter if it's a heavy back squat, a deadlift, a clean, a snatch, whatever it is, every time they lift, they're taking a huge deep breath, filling their lungs with air, squeezing that diaphragm down, stabilizing their midline, abs, back, obliques, everything, getting as tight as possible in that entire midsection, and really trying to squeeze the back, even squeezing the shoulder blades together slightly, really getting tight in the back, trying to create the strongest lever they can. That torso turns into a lever when you're using it in weightlifting, and the stronger that lever, the stronger you are, and the safer it's going to be.